got people at the Combine in Indianapolis. The Cowboys are setting up their visits. They're not visiting with any agents, apparently. They're not meeting with the agents for Micah or CeeDee Lamb. That's not on the schedule, as Jerry would say, according to Michael Gelkin. So this whole all-in thing right now is not even going all-in for your own. That's the way it stands right now for the Combine. But Mel Kiper Jr. with his latest mock. Let's go through the top 5 NFC East teams here and there, and then, of course, the Cowboys.
All right, Mel Kiper Jr., number 1. Chicago Bears take Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Who apparently is the first prospect in history not to show up in Indy to do the medicals. He's not going to do the medicals. So just another bizarre Caleb Williams story. He's apparently going to show the medicals and do all that stuff at his pro day.
Okay. Number 2, Washington. Quarterback, Jaden Daniels.
Who Dan Orlovsky said should go number 1. So we have Orlovsky versus Bobby, part 48.
Okay, very good. He says he's sticking with Daniels over Drake May. It's tight, though. Several teams have May over Daniels on their board, 2 months out. They'll start at round 1. So he likes the fit with Cliff Kingsbury. Number 3, New England.
Now, does he include trades in this? Because otherwise you better have a quarterback.
He does not include trades in this. Drake May. They're trying again. They're going to try again. They tried for Cam, and then they drafted Mac, and now they're going to draft Drake. Look, they love single syllable names.
Now you're the Pink Eye Academy, okay? You're supposed to be all over the quarterback evaluations coming out, and I don't feel like I've gotten strong takes from you. I'm a little disappointed.
Oh, I love Penix.
Okay.
I think Penix is the guy. I think he's the guy I would take. I like J.J. McCarthy, too. I don't love him, but I like him. The top guys at the top, I don't know. I don't know. Drake May troubles me. He's got a really good arm. Like I like his arm, I like his measurables and stuff, but I don't know, man. Like I just can't. I've seen too many games where I was just like, ooh, not impressed. But then again, how much of that is the team around him, the system, whatever. Number 4, Arizona taking Marvin Harrison Jr.
Ooh, okay.
And then number 5, the Chargers, J.C. Latham, the tackle from Alabama. The Giants, NFC East, they come in at number 6, Rome Odunze, wide receiver out of Washington.
Cannot believe that Brian Daboll got such a glowing report from that players poll yesterday. I was watching Daboll sitting there at the Combine. You've turned me on him.
On Daboll?
You've turned me on. You've turned me on him. Hopefully we can turn you on Sirianni, but you have turned me on him as you put the hate out on him early.
Oh, baby. It's I don't look, we're only allowed one person here with no neck, and that's me. First defensive player off the board, Dallas Turner, outside linebacker from Bama to Atlanta at 8. Continuing down, you're going to have a tight end go 10 to the Jets.
Okay.
J.J. McCarthy, 12 to Denver. Texas's Byron Murphy, the second defensive tackle to the Raiders. And then as you continue moving down to the next NFC East team, and that would be the Philadelphia Eagles. Latu, the linebacker out of UCLA.
Linebacker for your boy Howie Roseman.
Outside linebacker, so it could be an edge.
Okay.
Could be an edge rusher. But there you go. So that's that. And then, of course, the Cowboys at 24 take Amarius Mims, tackle from Georgia.
I think John Machota had him in his mock as well from The Athletic, kind of working there with Dane Brugler.
Okay, so here's we go. He was limited to just 8 starts over the past 3 seasons.
8 starts over 3 years? What?
He was limited to just 8 starts over the past 3 seasons because of injuries and draft picks in front of him on the depth chart. But when he did play, he made defenders look silly. He's 6'7", 340. He allowed 0 sacks and 5 pressures over 372 career pass blocks. Will NFL teams be scared off by his limited experience, or will they draft him high based on his cited potential? I lean towards the latter because he was that good when he got in the field to make room for Mims. They part ways with longtime tackle Tyron Smith, who's a free agent, or have him compete with Terrence Steele on the right side. He played right tackle in college but has the talent to play both sides.
Coming in to start.
Yeah.
Coming in to start with Tyron either leaving or going on over to right tackle.
Yeah. Now, look, it's pretty interesting. I will say this. This team drafts offensive linemen very well. When was the last time they missed on an offensive lineman? High. You miss on 5th-round picks all the time, but high.
Right.
Jacob Rogers?
Jacob Rogers?
Wasn't that in
I don't even know.
04?
I don't even know who that is.
It was a Parcells pick. I think he went to Oxnard High. Are
you for real? Oxnard High?
Yeah, he's from Oxnard. Yeah. Yeah, offensive tackle for the Cowboys. He was picked in the 04 draft, and it was a 2nd-round pick. Parcells picked him. And I remember, guys, the whole thing was everybody told him, Bill, he is everything you hate in an offensive lineman. And he still took him. But the Cowboys nail offensive line picks. But I will say this. They had 3 All-Pros last year on their offensive line. Zach, Tyron, and Tyler. That's a wild use of resources to have 3 All-Pros in a position group and still take that position group in the first round.
Yeah.
That is very straight. You don't see that.
Well, we know now that they plan on keeping Tyler at left guard, so you need a left tackle. You need a future from Tyron. Yeah, you need a left tackle replacement. And is Terrence Steele going to bounce back? How much of a question do you have at right tackle? I don't know. But look, I'm fine with resources on the offensive line. I love the way that they have done that. I would not have a major problem with this because I think, drafting a middle linebacker in the first round would bug me a little bit. It would bug me a little bit unless you're going to tell me he's Fred Warner, which obviously no one knows.
Now, this is interesting, though, too, because, I think it's also we have a perception of what is okay and what isn't okay when you already have a lot of resources there. But, if you have 3 All-Pros at the offensive line and you spend a first-round pick on an offensive lineman, nobody really says anything. But if you have 2 All-Pro wide receivers and you spend a first-round pick on a wide receiver, everyone that's why would you do that?
Right.
But it's the same situation, right? I mean, you're going to have 3 wide receivers on the field at all times.
Well, I got a tight end too. I'm gonna be, I'm throwing to Ferguson. I got Cooks. Yes, I understand what you're saying. I don't think of it the same, but I know you've always, loved that 3rd wide receiver more than I have.
But you could use one on an offensive lineman. You could. I would have a problem with it. I don't know. I had an analogy. I was thinking you go to the store, right? You go shopping, and
I'm shopping for blinds. Right, kill me.
Okay, so you got a TV in the living room. You got one in the master bedroom. You got one in the game room, but then you buy one for the office. Okay, that's fine. You can use one, but your computer's got viruses all over the place.
Yeah,
and you don't have a surround sound system in the house. So you had that money to spend. You had $1,000 to spend, and you choose to buy a TV for the office as opposed to the new computer for the house. I don't know. It's it's kind of what this would be like if you just use other first on a left tackle or an offensive lineman. But again,
so let's draft the best player.
What are you going to do with Tyron? That's the question.
How about, speaking of the combine, Tom Brady beat his 40 time the other day at the age of 46. He ran a faster 40 than when he was coming out of Michigan.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say
that he's on steroids.
Well, maybe.
Joking.
I think he's the only pro athlete that is more athletic at 48 years old than he was at 20. I don't think there's another one. I don't think there's another one around that is in better shape now than when they were 20 years old. Maybe Tiger Woods.
He ran a 5.28. I mean, Tiger's definitely not. He can't walk, basically.
He can't walk. Phil's in better shape now than when he was 20.
Yes.
And he's 50 years old.
5.28 40-yard dash in 2000.
Oh, my God.
The other day, 5.18 and 5.12 when he ran the 40 at the age of 46.
That's amazing.
Do you believe the clock here? Do we have any shenanigans? Do you think anything?
I mean, it could be a slow clock, slow trigger, right? It could be one of those stopwatches. But, how...
Well, this does not surprise me. Watch him run the college 40.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like he's going half speed.
I
love how they line him up, though. I love how NFL Network does that when they put 2 people against each other. And he beats himself out. It shows.
He does.
Side by side.
He beats himself. It's like, look, how anybody went to the combine in the year 2000 looking like that. I mean, and then just strip down in your underwear and be sitting next to a whiteboard with those baggy old man boxers he was wearing. Probably not even cloth, probably not even cotton.